So, our topic is about alkanes. Alkanes have the general formula CnH2n plus 2, where N stands for the number of carbon. So, the name of an alkane is made by adding the suffix ane to a stem that indicates the number of carbon atoms in the compound. So, let's have, for example, we have propane. So, propane, kapag tinignan natin dun sa given ko na table, yung prop, ang ibig sabihin niya, we have 3 carbons. So, 1, 2, and 3. And each carbon should contain 4 hydrogen. 1, 2, 3. So, kung makikita nyo, 3 lang yung hydrogen na nandito. Nasaan yung pang-apat? Yung pang-apat na hydrogen is bonded to the other carbon. So, lahat to, merong hydrogen na naka-attach. Okay. So, this is known as the expanded structural formula. Sa expanded structural formula, nakikita natin yung distribution ng hydrogen sa bawat carbon. Paano naman yung condensed structural formula? In condensed structural formula, the number of hydrogen atoms associated with each carbon atom. So, itong C na to, susulat natin, C, ilan yung hydrogen niya? So, we have 1, 2, 3. H3. So, ito yon CH3. Ito yung CH3. Next is ito. Next carbon, second carbon. C. Ilan yung hydrogen na meron siya? So, meron siyang 2 hydrogen. CH2. Next is the third carbon. Yung third carbon natin, C. Ilan ulit yung hydrogen na kasama niya? So, we have 1, 2, and 3. H3. CH3, CH2, CH3. This is known as the condensed structural formula of propane. So, we have the expanded and we have the condensed. Okay, how about pag tinanong ko naman kayo na what is the general formula of propane? So, nakikita nyo dito, di ba, yung formula natin, CnH2n plus 2. Pag tinanong ko what is the general formula of propane, ang susulat nyo ay C. So, ilang carbon? We have 1, 2, 3. 3 carbon. Remember that N stands for the number of carbon. Next is H. 2N. 2 multiplied to the number of carbon, 3, plus 2. So, C3. H. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 2 equals 8. C3H8. This is the general formula of propane. Ayan. So, you already know how to get the general formula, C3H8, the expanded structural formula, and the condensed structural formula. So, we have another example. The other example is butane. Okay, butane, we have the prefix but. So, but has how many carbons? Kapag but, we have 4 carbons. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this is the expanded structural formula. We have already 4 carbons, and each carbon has how many hydrogens? We have 4 hydrogens for each carbon. So, hydrogen. Lahat yan may hydrogen. Next, itong pangalawa, 4 din naman yung hydrogen niya. Pero, yung naka-distribute sa kanya is 2 or yung presented sa kanya 2 lang. Bakit? Kasi yung 2 niyang hydrogen nakakabit na dito, may bond between the other carbons. Okay, so this is the expanded structural formula. Next is the condensed structural formula. In condensed structural formula, again, we're going to write the number of carbon and the number of hydrogen distributed for each carbon. C, H3. Next is C, H2. Ito yun. Another CH2. And the last one is CH3. So, this is the condensed structural formula of butane. The next is, what is the general formula for butane? CN, H2N plus 2. Again, N stands for the number of carbon. C, 4, dahil meron tayong 4 carbons. H2 multiplied to 4 plus 2. C4H, 2 times 4 is 8 plus 2, 10. So, we have C4H10. This is the general formula for butane. So, kung mapapansin nyo, same lang naman yung number of carbon and number of hydrogen sa general formula at sa condensed structural formula. C4, 1, 2, 3, 4. H10, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 10. So, they have the same number of carbon and hydrogen. So, the next topic will be about alkyl groups. What are alkyl groups? Alkyl groups are branch groups or substituent, yung mga nakakonect, okay, doon sa ating alkane. The suffix ane, halimbawa, methane. We all know that methane is CH4, diba? CH4 yung methane. Yung methane, ang kanyang expanded structure ay 1 carbon and 4 hydrogen. Ayan. Kapag siya ay naging alkyl, okay, example dito, sa structure na to, this is what we know as methyl. Okay, ang tawag na dun is methyl. Bakit? Kasi nag-donate na siya or nag-bond na siya ng isa niyang hydrogen. Kung makikita niyo, nabawasan siya, diba? CH4 siya. Naging CH3. Kasi yung isang hydrogen niya is na-donate dito sa carbon para magkaroon ng bond. Okay? So, yung ANE natin, the suffix ANE is replaced by YL. So, from methane, ang tawag na sa kanya, dahil siya ay alkyl group na or branch group, ang tawag na sa kanya is methyl. Okay, so, we are going to name this alkane with an alkyl group. Kasi meron nakakabit sa kanya. Tandaan, this is an alkane. And yung mga branch na meron siya, o yung may mga nakakonekta, ang tawag doon ay alkyl groups. Okay, so we have the IUPAC or IUPAC system of namings. IUPAC stands for International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So, maganda habang pinapanood nyo itong video na to, tinitingnan nyo din yung lecture na binigay ko sa inyo. So, step 1. So, what is the step 1? So, we're going to choose the longest continuous chain or parent chain. Okay, choose the longest continuous chain or parent chain. Alin dito yung parent chain natin? Our parent chain is this one. Itong guguhitin ko. Ito yung ating parent chain. So, how many carbons do we have here? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, dun sa ating prefixes, dun sa table natin, ang 4 carbons is but plus ANE is butane. Next. So, our next step number 2, number the carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, and so on, starting at the carbon atom closest to the substituent or alkyl group. So, tingnan ulit natin tong structure natin. Saan yung may pinakamalapit na alkyl group o yung branch group natin? So, alin yung pinakamalapit? Ito yung ating branch group, diba? Ayan, yan yung sumanga. Okay, so saan siya pinakamalapit? So, pinakamalapit siya dito sa dulo. So, we're going to number the carbon starting from here. So, carbon 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, yun yung ating step 2. Okay, so yun yung step number 2 natin. So, we should number the carbon. Simula dun sa closest, ito yung closest natin na alkyl group. Ano yung ating alkyl group na naka-attach? So, since meron lang tayong 1 carbon, that is, di ba, methane, kanina na-discuss ko, methane will become methyl. Methyl, kasi nga siya ay alkyl groups. Mata-change yung A and E to YN. So, yung ating naka-attach ay methyl. Saan naka-attach yung methyl? We're going to indicate the number of carbon where the alkyl group is attached. So, sa pang ilang carbon, naka-attach yung ating methyl. So, sa pang second or pang dalawang carbon. So, ang pangalan niya is 2-methyl. Ayan. 2-methyl. Kasi, naka-attach yung methyl sa second carbon. So, 2-methyl. Ngayon, pagsasamahin na natin yung pangalan niya. The name of this structure is 2-methyl. And then, our parent chain, butane. Yan. Magkadikit yan. Butane. One word. So, we have here 2-methyl butane. Okay, so next example. We have here for the next example, again, our first step is to choose the longest continuous chain or the parent chain, yung ating alkane. So, ang ating longest chain dyan, syempre longest chain, syempre itong straight chain na to. Yan, ito, guguhitan ko ulit. Tumutunog ang whiteboard marker. Okay, so how many carbons are there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7 carbons, meaning dun sa ating table, hept or heptane. So, yung ating parent chain is heptane. Next, our step 2 is find the substituent. Okay, hanapin daw asan yung mga substituent o yung alkyl group, yung nakakonekta dito sa ating parent chain. So, yung mga nakakonekta sa parent chain natin, ito, tsaka ito. So, yun yung mga nakakonekta sa parent chain natin. Kaya lang nakalagay, di ba? Number the carbons, 1, 2, 3, and so on, starting at the carbon atom closest to the substituent or the alkyl group. Saan yung pinakamalapit na carbon na mayroong pinakamalapit na substituent? So, ito, di ba, yung pinakamalapit. Ito. So, this is the last carbon. Ito yung pinakamalapit natin. So, dito tayo magsisimula ng bilang ng carbon natin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7. Ngayon, papangalanan natin itong ating alkyl group. So, ilan yung carbon na meron siya? 1, 2. So, yun ay et. Diba? Dati ang pangalan niya ay ethane. Pero dahil siya ay alkyl group na, magiging ethyl. So, meron tayong ethyl dito. Next, dito naman, meron tayong methane or methyl. So, merong methyl dito. Meron din dito methyl. So, meron tayo ngayong mga, marami tayo ngayong alkyl groups or branch group. First, we have the ethyl. Saan nakakabit yung ethyl? Sa pang-ilang carbon. So, nakakabit siya sa second carbon. So, we have 2-ethyl. Next, ito naman, meron ding nakakabit sa kanya. Merong sa carbon number 3, merong methyl. Sa carbon number 4, meron ding methyl. Kapag marami ang nakakabit, okay, maraming nakakabit saan? If a substituent appears more than once, use the prefixes di tri, tetra, and so on. So, meron tayong dalawang methyl. Ibig sabihin, dimethyl or 2-methyl. Dimethyl. Saan nakakabit yung ating methyl? So, nakakabit siya sa number 3 at sa number 4. So, we have 3, 4, dimethyl. Paano na yung pangalan niya? So, yung methyl na, yung pangalan niya, gagawin natin, di ba, nakalagay, we should, what? Name the substituent in alphabetical order. So, ano bang mauuna? Letter D or letter E? Sa alphabetical. Nauuna yung letter D. So, ang kanyang pangalan is 3, 4, dimethyl, dash 2 ethyl, then our parent chain heptane. Ayan, so sorry class, mali pala yung nabigay ko dun sa module. Ang nabigay kong pangalan is 2-ethyl 3,4-dimethyl heptane. So, hindi ko siya na-alphabetical dun sa module nyo. So, please take note of this. The correct answer for the second example is 3,4-dimethyl 2-ethyl heptane. So, sorry ha, tao lang. Ayan. Okay, so, kailangan siyang naka-alphabetical. So, dun sa sagot ko nung una, hindi ko siya na-alphabetical. So, mauuna yung letter D, dimethyl, kaysa dun sa E, which is ethyl. So, this is the correct answer. Okay, so we're already done with the example of naming the alkanes with alkyl groups. So, let's try now on how are we going to construct. Ayan. So, gagawa naman tayo based doon sa pangalan. So, di ba ganun din yung nasa activity ninyo? Okay. So, ang uunahin natin is the parent chain. So, di ba yung parent chain natin, dun sa pangalan ay laging nasa dulo. Kagaya nung heptane, saka yung butane, propane. So, ito, ang pangalan niya is octane. So, in octane, we have 8 carbons. So, first, ang drawing natin or ang i-construct natin, yung parent chain muna. Octane siya, so 8 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ayan, nagkasya naman siya. So, ganun muna yung technique. So, kunin nyo muna yung parent chain. And then, wag nyo muna siyang lalagyan ng hydrogen. Okay? Next is, eto, 2-propyl. So, number 2. So, sa pangalawang carbon natin, ilalagay yung propyl. Ano yung propyl? Yung di ba, propane, merong 3 carbon yon. So, dito, sa taas nito, pwede tayong naglagay ng propane, which is CH2, CH2, CH3. So, this is propane or propyl. Ayan. So, kapag nalilito kayo dun sa mga prefix, yung met, et, but, prop, pent, hex, hep, oc, non, deca. So, yun lang yung mga binigay ko sa inyo na prefixes. Doon lang kayo magbabase lagi sa number of carbons. So, this is 2-propyl. Dahil ito yung first carbon, second carbon, third, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, okay na tayo dun sa 2-propyl. Ito na yon. Next is 3, 4, 5, trimethyl. Ito namang 3, 4, 5, trimethyl. Ibig sabihin, si carbon number 3, number 4, at number 5 ay merong methyl. Ang methyl natin, di ba, pag met or methane, we only have 1 carbon. So, CH3, meron si number 3. Meron din si carbon number 4 ng CH3. And meron din si carbon number 5 ng methyl. Yan, CH3. So, trimethyl. Bakit tri? Kasi merong 3. Trimethyl. Next, so okay na tayo sa 2-propyl, 3, 4, 5, trimethyl. Octane, dahil meron tayong 8 na carbon. So, next naman is paano naman yung number of hydrogen. So, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, each carbon contains 4 hydrogen. So, dito, CH3. Bakit 3? Okay, CH3. Kasi yung pang-apat niyang carbon, ayun yung bond niya. Okay? So, ito naman, C. Ilan? So, meron na tayong 1, 2, 3. Kulang na lang ng isa. So, CH lang ilalagay natin dito. Next, dito naman, meron na rin siyang 3 bonds. Ang technique dyan, titignan nyo lang yung guhit. Yung guhit, ibig sabihin nun is hydrogen. So, kulang na lang din siya ng isa. So, ito din. 1, 2, 3. Kulang na lang din ng isang hydrogen. Next, ito naman. 1, 2, 3. Kulang na lang din ng isang hydrogen. Next, ito naman. 1, 2. So, dadalawa lang yung bond niya. So, ang kulang sa kanya ay dalawang hydrogen. CH2. Next, ito naman. CH2 din. Kasi meron ng isa at isa pa doon. Ito naman, isa lang yung bond niya. So, CH3. Ayan. So, this is the structure of 2-propyl 3,4,5 trimethyl octane.